Sorry, I thought you were going to say it.
You girls do it. I decided to give it a go.
No, you can do it.
No, you can do it. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Sugar and Spice,
the
the
podcast.
podcast.
You're a little bit slow, but
Is
that's
it
okay.
the podcast?
Yeah.
Or I was trying to figure out the words.
No, it's alright.
You're all getting scrambled in my
Sugar
head.
and Spice, the podcast.
Sugar and
yeah.
Spice, the
The
podcast.
podcast.
The
It's okay. That was
Alright,
good.
3,
Oh, we
2,
started
again.
Welcome back to Sugar and
Okay.
Spice, the podcast.
Okay.
All right, he's done it for
Yeah,
us.
he did it for us. Love that. Okay, guys, we have got a very special guest today.
We do.
Thank you. I'm Louis. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the pod. We love that you're on.
How many guest episodes have we done? Not many.
Not many.
You haven't.
No.
You're like
I've seen
maybe
a good
like
few of
fourth.
them.
Maybe a few, but yeah, you're really fourth.
Maybe like our fourth guest.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I'd say so actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm honoured to
Nice
be
to be here.
Thank you.
So me and Louis are cousins.
So
You
cute.
just feel like I flew this guy out from England,
Yeah.
America.
Got an
My
American all
uncle's
the
name
way.
is also nice.
Yeah. The budget is high at the moment.
We're cousins.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't know.
No, okay. Yeah, we got Louis on the pod. He is my cousin, but he's also very interesting, I would say.
Why don't you tell the people what you do? Like, what?
Yeah,
what do
introduce
you do?
yourself. Is that a bit of pressure?
I'm a full-time foot supplier. What do I do? I am a singer-songwriter, like an artist, and also, I write stuff for TV and sync, like TV and film stuff. Done some bits for Disney, just kind of doing
Yes.
whatever I can to
Very
get paid in the
cool.
music industry.
Okay, well we'll
Thank
get
you.
into that. So let's intrigue the viewers, but we'll slowly get into that part of Louis' lifestyle.
Yeah.
So we're going to interview Louis and just talk about bits that he's done within his career and life and how he got there. So first
Thank
of all,
you.
on the pod, we like to say whether you're feeling sugar or spicy. I don't know if you've ever seen that or noticed it.
Allspice.
Oh, whoa, we didn't even need to explain
No,
it.
he's spicy. I get it. I
Okay.
feel that.
Allspice.
I love that.
Is there a reason behind that, or is it just how you feeling?
Hints of sugar, maybe,
Okay.
but mostly spice.
Okay, love that.
How are you feeling?
I'm-
No, I know the drill. Yeah. I've seen
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
I've seen
alright,
it,
yeah,
cool, we love
Well,
that.
yeah,
He's
how are
watched
you
2
guys feeling?
episodes.
I watched 2.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Anyways, I would say today I'm feeling probably spicy as well. Had Pilates this morning.
Oh, nice.
I'm just getting into reformer Pilates.
Wait, they say Pilates.
Well, I used to say Pilates, and then
I
everyone,
say Pilates.
and then everyone says,
Pilates.
"What do you say?"
Pilates.
Well, I thought that was wrong. I heard everyone
No,
start
it's a
saying
much
Pilates.
more like.
Who says Pilates?
I think Kaya says it.
So
And
you've
I've been
just gone with
influenced.
Pilates.
No, that's sick.
No, I say Pilates.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting into that, so
Sorry.
that made me feel a bit spicy. Now my muscles are a little bit sore.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm just leaning more towards spice.
I would
Good
say
workout.
2. I'd say I'm feeling spicy as well.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, so we're a spicy bunch today.
3 times the charm.
Okay.
Spicy.
Right, love that.
Alright.
Well done for catching on to that so far. So
Of
normally we have to
course.
explain when we have
Yeah.
Yannick on the podcast. We normally have to spend like a good 10 minutes explaining
How
to
often
him.
have you had Yannick on the podcast?
Couple times.
Like with
Oh, I've
him
seen
in
it, I have
it,
seen
with
it,
him
yeah.
actually in the
Have you?
podcast once, but
Why do
sometimes
you-
he sits in the background and then he likes to talk.
He
as
just
well.
awkwardly pops up.
Yeah. He likes to share his
Spicy.
thoughts. Anyway, enough about Yannick.
Okay, let's go.
My
Let's get
man.
into your story. What you're about.
Wait, what did you call Yannick, Louis?
Yanni Barney.
Yanni Barney.
And it sounds way better when I'm screaming it across the room drunk. In a
Yeah.
bar.
I thought you were going to say like, sounds so much better when I'm screaming in the bedroom.
When I'm screaming his name.
So I was like, okay.
Call him out.
Okay.
Call him out for Jesus. Sorry,
Let's dig into the thing. So Louis, you grew up in London,
yeah.
and then you were there for most of, not most of it, but you were there for the first 9
I grew up in London in Finsbury Park until I was 9, then moved back to Brighton.
9.
Well,
No,
I
not
was always
back.
kind of like I was always back and forth between Brighton. I'd come out every weekend.
Yeah, but you
It sounds like I
London.
had divorced parents when I say that.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. I kind of bounce between London and Brighton.
No, but you were mainly in London. So how was London first?
Shit.
Oh,
Oh.
you didn't really like, you're not a
London
London.
was. I mean, I like it now, but I didn't like it very much.
I
back
feel like
then.
You were
growing up
younger.
in London wouldn't be
No.
quite the vibe.
No, I went to like 5 different schools.
Oh,
Oh,
no
really?
way.
Like, 4 or 5 different schools.
Oh, that's quite crazy.
I
I
went
can
to-
see why you didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, I didn't. No, and I was like super ADHD before
Mm.
being diagnosed with ADHD was a thing.
Yeah.
Especially, it's a lot
He was
more.
super ADHD.
It's a lot
I
more
can't confirm.
diagnosable in America because everything is like
Yeah,
diagnosed.
yeah.
So I was just like, just getting in trouble the whole time, and just kind of
Louis was very bouncy. Plus, one of our other cousins, Natty, together they were bouncy. Everyone else could just sit down.
Were we?
Yeah, 100.
No, 100%.
Natty used to do like flips while everyone else was just watching a movie. Like,
Natty is
like, do you know what I mean?
Natty is
But anyway, then you moved to Brighton for just 1 year, right?
Moved to Brighton for 1 year while my dad.
Why did you move to Brighton?
My dad started a marketing consultancy for pharmaceuticals in Philadelphia, and then
why did you guys move to Brighton?
So he was going 2 weeks Philly, 2 weeks back to England.
Wow.
So for that year, while my mum didn't really want to be alone. She wanted
London.
to be near her family.
Right.
My mum's whole family is from Brighton, hence Bella being here.
Yeah.
Or, in Brighton.
Yeah, most of the family's all in Brighton. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
some
like
in London, but mainly.
we moved back to Brighton to be closer to family.
Yeah.
During that time,
and
we did
all
it
her
for a
friends
year.
are here as well. Really.
Yeah, like all her family and friends,
Yeah.
everyone she grew up with.
Yeah.
So,
and then you guys moved to Philly.
we moved to Philly.
So you were 11?
I was 10, 11.
10,
about
11?
Wow, that's a big change for a
Isn't
young
it?
child.
Yeah.
That is
It was.
crazy.
10,
was.
11, you all moved to Philly. I remember when you guys moved to Philly, I actually cried.
Oh,
Because we used to see each other quite a bit.
But
like,
you
they
cried
grew
for
up
Daisy.
really
You
close
didn't
together.
cry for me, did you, motherfucker?
I cried for all of you.
No, you did not.
Including Amanda and John.
You did not.
I
That's
did.
so
No,
funny.
I was sad because you guys had just moved to Brighton, which I thought was really exciting. Because I was like, yes,
Oh, you
now
thought it
they're
was going
closer.
to be long term?
Yeah, I thought they're closer. It's fine. I saw you
R.I.P.,
guys
bro.
more often. Do you know what I mean?
And they're like,
Yeah,
"Peace,
I
we're
know,
going to
It
that's
was
America."
fun, and your house in Brighton was like
Our
fun.
summers used to be unmatched.
Yeah,
like,
it was just
going
fun.
to Marbella all together
Yeah,
for like 3
we used to
weeks.
go on holidays a lot together
That
as
was
well.
incredible.
That was super
Those
fun.
are the best.
That is
times.
so fun having like a group of cousins because your whole group of cousins actually
Yeah.
are like really similar in age.
Well, back here in England, I don't have any friends.
Just cousins.
My entire friends are just cousins. Like, I remember
Oh, that's so sweet.
I remember when I
though.
met. I mean, I've got a few friends, but I don't really like.
Yeah, I mean, how are
I
you
don't
gonna-
really need to
yeah.
go out and meet people besides like in the
Yeah.
music industry in London.
Yeah,
And then whenever my best nights out are when I'm with my cousins getting shit faced.
For real.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, guys, if you don't know, like you guys are quite wild when it comes to like parties.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dialing it back. I'm doing sober January.
Like and
You know?
Dry Jan. Louis on Dry Jan at the moment.
really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But I'm breaking it for the party
Oh, so you're
because
not
because we didn't get to have a New Year's Eve.
Oh, that's
So that's
fair.
like my one night, but then I'm doing it into like mid-February.
Oh yeah, that's
I love that
that's
one.
So I'm just trying to
Yeah, you guys love a party. I feel like any time I've been out, like Bella, with you and your cousins, like because if you don't know as well, Louis got a younger sister Daisy and older sister Max.
older sister.
I mean,
Max.
sorry, younger sister. Sorry, Max.
Fuck.
No.
Older brother Max,
Yeah.
and they're all similar in age. So like, if we're going out, you guys will like
all three of
normally
them
just
will just come.
all come along with us, and it is like a fucking reality TV series.
Yeah,
watching
it
them
gets
all
like that.
It is
interact and
hilarious.
stuff. It
It
is
is
so
hilarious.
funny.
It
It's
is really
actually
funny.
hilarious.
Everyone does really do. They all just fully laugh. Like
Yeah.
I feel like all the girls, they just watch you guys.
Like all of our friends,
That's
we
probably
were just
not
like,
a good thing.
it's so funny.
No, it is funny.
You guys
It
are
is
such a
hilarious.
fun time.
Yeah, we get a little bit too hectic.
Yeah, I think siblings can just be like that though as well.
Yeah,
And then
just
like
got
the
no
three
boundaries.
of you
is
are
it?
all out, and I don't think it helps that it's like two older brothers with a sister.
Mm.
No, there's just
You know,
always.
it's not going to
There
help if
reaches
we're all
a
out.
point in the night that there is a fallout. That there is.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
reaches a point that it just like isn't fun anymore.
And I do
Every
just think,
time.
Somebody's
when
shouting at
alcohol is
somebody.
involved, when alcohol's involved with anyone,
Yeah,
everything just
bound
gets a
to
bit more
disaster.
hectic. Anyway,
Yeah.
that wasn't on the cards of talking.
Wait,
about.
guys, how is it? Is it alright to swear or no swearing?
Yeah, you
We
can
kind of
swear.
swear to be
Oh, you
fair,
do?
so
Okay,
it's
fine.
not like the end of the
I
world.
just
But
wanted
try
to-
and
Fucking great.
try and minimise as much as you can because we try, but we fail. So
Yeah.
you can
Okay,
swear.
cool.
Let's get back onto our topic. But yeah. So I was sad when you guys moved to America because obviously moving to America, I'm not going to see you that often. Like London,
No.
Brighton, you would
Mm.
get it, but America kind of hectic.
Bit of a
Came
flight.
like 2 or 3 times, right?
When I was younger, but then I came a bit more when I was older. Anyway, but you guys came here like every like summer and Christmas. You guys would come here. Sometimes Easter, but every summer.
Yeah, every summer.
Well,
it was
actually,
usually like
some
Daisy would
Christmases-
get a cheat flight. Daisy would get an extra flight back for Easter.
Oh,
No, that's
No, it's fine. I'm very privileged. I'm very privileged.
okay. Anyway, so yeah, you guys moved to America. What was it like growing up in Philly?
Philadelphia was honestly, I don't know, first year was great until the whole being the new English kid wore off, and then it was just like.
Because being the new English kid is pretty cool, right?
It's pretty cool. But
everyone thinks the accent's pretty wavy.
It is, and then everyone wants to be your friend, and then it's kind of slow for like 4 months until they kind of just see you on the day to day, and it just kind of
You're not as cool anymore.
Not as cool anymore.
Oh.
Which is fine. I think middle school, moving in middle school was kind of a weird time because I didn't really know anybody. Everyone's
got their friends.
God, yeah, that must be really difficult.
Yeah. It was a bit, but it was fine. Really, like kind of once I hit like 8th grade, it was great.
Sorry, what grade were you when you first got there? 7th.
6th grade.
Oh, sick.
I feel like I really grew into myself
school?
way more in America than I ever did here.
Sorry, with the grades, 6th grade, what is that for England?
Year 7.
Oh shit! So you started tough. Well,
it's not terrible.
That's quite a good one actually, because some people in England anyway, other people come in from loads of different schools into year 7. Is that like that in America?
Yeah, it honestly was a bit like that. So I mean, it was
so it's
fine.
Not terrible. So not everyone's like bum chums because they could kind of come from different schools.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so not awful.
No, it really wasn't. But it was just I honestly feel like I grew into myself way more in the States than I did in England.
Yeah. Why do you think?
I really couldn't tell you. Maybe I just identify
a
bit more with American culture. Like,
yeah, maybe.
I think growing up in England, I was always was really young and really kind of self-conscious, to be honest. And I feel like I didn't really kind of grow into like finding confidence until I went to America.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that's where I started really like feeling confident in myself.
Do you think Americans are just more like don't give a fuck?
It's an American dream, baby.
No,
it's not even that. I think I was fucking that cool. You know? I'm kidding.
Okay.
No. I really don't know.
I reckon, like you said, maybe you did like.
I think I just felt like I never fit in.
Yeah, if you preferred the culture over there.
Yeah, I think it's the culture.
Then it makes sense that you would like just be happier.
I feel like I figured out how to like assimilate into the culture over there more than I felt like always a little bit different when I grew up in England for some reason.
You're destined for America.
Well,
Maybe.
Also, do you think you prefer America to England?
I really couldn't tell you.
I'm
really?
Quite stuck.
Constantly confused about it.
Oh,
I think
interesting.
way prefer. It's like anything. There's always like
pros and cons.
Pros and cons.
Yeah.
I love being here. I love being with my family. That's like the most. I'm a very family oriented person. It's like one of the most important things to me. But also, I think it's America's just not a depressing shithole like this grey, muggy country is. Sorry, I am English, so
no hate.
No hate,
but no hate. But yeah, it's fucking so muggy and dark the whole time.
Alright,
that's true.
You get like 2 days of summer.
That is true.
For real.
Well, sometimes the summer can be nice.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes if we're lucky.
Yeah,
So then you went to school
went
in
to school,
Philly.
went to high school. Went to Kobe Bryant's high school.
Yeah.
You went to Kobe Bryant's high school?
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
That is quite cool, isn't it?
Oh my god.
That
Do you have any
awesome.
like crazy like American high school stories? Because like I think for like people from the UK, you think of like an American high school and you think like the cliques and like how it is in the movies.
Yeah, was it like that?
Was it similar to that?
Yeah, I mean, I waited at the bus stop every morning for a yellow school bus.
Oh, that is so sick.
It was cool, yeah. But then they would like, if I was late, like even 30 seconds late, and the bus had just started going, or it had just shut the door, the bus driver would not let me on the bus.
Really?
I literally, there are a few times that I chased about half a mile down, like I think I was the last stop on the bus route, so it was just the rest of the way was straight to school. But I chased the bus and he still wouldn't let me on.
That is so rude.
I think he was just
How
a bit
old
of a
were
power
you? That's
hungry.
quite rude.
I was like
Talk about
14.
Look after
15.
our kids. Come
I
on.
know.
What's going on?
Fuck you, whatever your name was.
That's quite crazy.
But yes, don't miss the bus.
I must say, I once went to Daisy's, I don't know what school it was, but I once went to maybe her high school. And when I walked in to the school, I was like, so American.
Do you know what? I can actually imagine you
so
being the same. I
American.
feel like you would have, like, younger you.
Yeah.
If you grew up in America, I think you would have thrived as well.
I feel like you would have as well.
I get you guys.
I
I agree. I do get you. But what I was saying was when I saw that, it was literally giving like High School Musical. Yeah.
I'd
like
love
the
it.
lockers and like the hallway and just how it was. I was like, oh my god! And Daisy was like,
I'm
"No,
sure
It looks like a Disney Channel
I
set.
was
Yeah.
like, where's the pink locker?
Yeah. No, it was cool. And then high
It
school
is,
was like
yeah.
high school was sick because like those kind of stereotypical high school house parties and stuff.
Right.
Oh my
Those
god.
are like the best.
That
times
is-
ever. Red cups, beer pong. Oh, sick.
That's something
Yeah.
I actually really noticed with like you and Max
Max.
especially.
Yeah.
Is like
Especially.
when, like I was saying, like we'll go out and like we'll all drink together. You bring such like an American like
Vibe.
not in a
Well,
in,
is
in
it
the
like
best way
going
possible,
out
like
with
frat
American
boy,
frat
like
boys? Yeah.
like energy to the like motives,
That
and
is
it's really funny. You always have like the best drinking games and stuff.
It is.
Yeah,
always
you
really
guys.
fun.
Yeah.
Max
Thank
takes
you
his beer pong very seriously. So I was like, that's not the
Yeah.
rules.
I feel like I promise I'm not a frat guy. I'm not a
Yeah.
douchebag.
Well, you
dickhead.
also
At
grew
least
up
I
in
don't think
America,
so.
so.
But I got to go to all the frat parties.
Yeah, you, like,
when I
experienced
didn't
it.
go to university
Yeah,
and all my friends were like in fraternities at the local
yeah,
colleges, I would just go there
yeah.
for like a quick Friday night party and then I'd bounce out. So I did get
That's
to like
fun.
experience it.
Oh, that
it
is really
was
fun.
fun.
Any
It was
crazy
fun.
stories that happened then?
Probably not that I can say.
Probably none that you can say. Any crazy stories that happened in like America that you thought that would be quite funny?
What happened?
I can think of one from
I mean,
you
I'm like
guys.
cycling through like 15
Yeah, that's-
years right
Yeah,
now.
I can
like,
think of one funny one that I'll never forget.
What's that?
Is with the song "Run, Russell, Run,
Russell,
Russell, Run, Run,
Oh
Run."
yeah. Okay,
That's
that's
quite a
that's
good
a
story.
that was a great
Go
story.
on,
Yeah.
tell
Good-
me. I want to
Yeah.
hear.
Good catch.
Thank you.
So yeah, when we were, it was the summer of 6th grade.
Sorry,
I
one
was-
sec. I was going to call you Yannick then. Louis' brother he's 2 years older than you, isn't he?
Yeah.
So like
We're,
Louis.
yeah, he's like we're in the middle of him.
Yeah, I'm the middle of Louis and Max and Louis. But you guys have had quite a good like relationship as brothers, and like you kind of like have shared friends and stuff, and like you kind of have,
always,
like.
yeah, we've always
Alright.
shared friends.
So I'm just gonna give you a little thing of just so you know
Your preface.
the vibe. Yeah, a little preface. Go on. You can carry your story now because obviously it was like you guys and then like mixed friends. That's when.
Yeah, yeah. Max did not like it. He
He didn't.
get really pissed.
I mean, you're
off,
the younger
yeah.
brother, so
Yeah,
it's
fair,
not cool.
fair. Yeah, we one summer's night.
In Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Heat turned up to about 82. No, one summer evening, we had a bit of like one of my friends was sleeping over, and then two of Max's friends were sleeping over, and I was friends with Max's friends, and we were all talking to these girls at like 3 o'clock in the morning over like Messenger or whatever it was at the time.
It's just so Max
And,
Louis.
and we were friends with they were in my grade, I was friends with them, but then Russell was like talking to one of them.
Oh, right.
I think it was like this girl Sarah Fitzpatrick.
Oh,
And
drop government
drop
name.
that name. You know what's crazy? That girl's dad was on the Captain Phillips, the movie about the cargo ship that gets taken over by Somalian pirates.
No.
Have you never heard like I'm the captain now? Have you never heard?
No.
Oh fuck! That's such a. You've never heard that? Okay, anyway. Well, this girl's dad was on that when it got like taken over by Somalian pirates.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Oh, what?
I
He
thought you
wasn't
meant
in the
he was
film,
an
he
actor.
was-
Yeah.
No. He was like on the real life ship. Because Tom Hanks was like the lead of the movie that was about it.
Oh my
But
god.
anyway, yeah. So we all snuck
Crazy.
out of the house. We were all a little bit drunk. Like we'd stolen some of my parents' like booze,
Yeah.
and it was
Fairs.
yeah. I was like, what? How old? 13, maybe 12.
Which can I say?
Wait. What?
Lucy, come on, we used to drink around that age. Stop
12.
it.
12 is quite young.
That's why I'm on dry January.
13. No, say you were 13, but then
Well done,
Max is like 15, isn't he?
Okay, yeah.
So that's like. But also, can I say, in
That's
America,
fine.
I think anyway, in America that's like even crazier because obviously you have to
there's
be
not as much
21
of a culture.
to like drink in America. Like,
Oh yeah,
21 is
everything's
the-
like a little bit later.
So everything is a bit later. Like when like we were maybe like 15, 16, like squeezing alcohol of our parents.
Yeah.
Maybe that's like crazy in America because you're like nowhere near the drinking age. in
Yeah,
America.
that is.
Like parents don't really do that in America.
It's like being like 7,
Right?
In the UK.
Yeah.
I think.
Right, I feel
Yeah,
like
no.
Amanda and John were always a bit more lenient with you guys because
They
they're
were.
obviously
I
an
mean, they
English
allowed us
mindset.
to. They would
Whereas
have
like
preferred
parents
for us
weren't-
to have like a party, a few friends over at home,
Yeah,
and have a few controlled, like this
Yeah.
was like once we were 17, 18. like have some drinks at home where they knew where we were, they knew that we were
Yeah.
safe, rather than
Also, it's
being
legal.
out
It's
somewhere
legal
else.
in England.
It's legal in England.
But like obviously, like parents, I feel like whenever I've heard or like known other people, like I've met quite a lot of like Max, Louis, and Daisy's American friends.
Yeah.
Whenever I've spoken to them,
Jared.
whenever I've spoken to them, I feel like Amanda and John were the ones that kind of were like, yeah, it's okay, everyone can come around here, and like other parents were not.
Oh, you had the
like,
cool parents.
Yeah, but obviously we're
we were
English,
quite
so
lucky.
for 18-year-olds to come to their house and
It's
drink,
like not that deep.
it's not that
No,
deep.
it was probably
whereas...
like 16.
Alright, well I was trying to be nice to your parents.
Yeah.
Make it
But
sound
we
as
would have
bad.
been doing it anyway,
Yeah.
wouldn't we? Like, we
You
would
would have,
been
exactly.
doing it anyway.
I agree.
So like, why do it where somewhere you could get
Yeah.
in trouble,
Yeah.
or do it in a safe space? So
Comfort of your own.
100%
exactly,
agree.
exactly.
Break the law there.
Anyway, let's get back to this story because this story's good.
Anyway, so yeah, it was a summer's night. We were talking to these girls. Russell was trying to meet up with this girl, Sarah Fitzpatrick.
Alright, we don't need to say the full government every time.
It was 3. Anyway, so we all snuck out to go meet up with these girls.
Yeah.
In the middle, at like 3 a.m. We walked about a mile down, like it was like a mile and a half, to this road called City Line Avenue, which was the difference between being in the Lower Merion suburb, which is quite a nice, very safe, typically like suburb.
Yeah.
White picket fences. Across the road is a lot, it's a lot like less privileged and like very kind of bit dangerous. Like shit goes down.
Yeah.
Armed robberies every like all the time.
Oh damn!
A lot of stuff going down over there. So we walked to City Line Avenue, about a mile and a half, and we like saw a few police cars, and we like kind of hid in bushes at the time and like got out and carried on going. We finally got to this girl's house, and then we started hanging out with them, and we took a lap, and then we went into 7-Eleven that was on City Line Avenue. Then we went back because her house was literally just next to it, and we walked backwards like to her house, and then we saw a police car, and we were like, "Oh fuck! Like we're not supposed to be out right now. Technically, there's a curfew if you're like under. I don't know.
Oh really?
Really?
It's really weird. I didn't even know that until that night.
Oh no
But apparently
way.
there is a curfew. If I don't know what the age is, but I think if you're like 16 and above or something, or I think 18. Weirdly enough, I feel like so. I don't know. It's bizarre to me, but there was a curfew. So because we were minors, we were like, oh shit, like we're out at 4 a.m. We feel like we're doing something wrong. The police are there, so like we just I think we just felt like we were gonna get in trouble or something.
Right.
So we kind of started like running. and
sprint,
and we didn't realize why the police were there at the time. They were just kind of scoping the area, like they were shining flashlights and stuff. So we are like, Sarah, like we need to run through your house and go out the back door, because the back door led onto this like alleyway parking street kind of thing.
Jesus.
Right.
And we were like, we gotta run like through your house. We gotta run. I sound American. So we like sprint through the back of her house. And we get to the very back deck, and it's about this like 10 foot high wooden deck that drops down. Well, there's stairs obviously, but it drops down to a concrete street where cars are parked.
Right.
And as soon as we get to the other end, there's a police officer with a gun out and a flashlight in the back of the alleyway. And he says, "Get on the ground, like." Don't move, like come out with your hands up, like literally that happened. And I was like 13, 14, 13.
Like 6, 7 years old.
It was crazy. And then
so scary.
we all were like, what do we do? So we just kind of, and it was like pretty dark at it was 4:30 in the morning. And we just were kind of frozen. We kind of like, what do we do? Like looking around, because the guy was below us. Should we just fucking like, Russell, before we have any chance to, I stayed put. Russell leaps over the ledge of this like 10 to like 12 foot drop. Like it was a massive drop. He just drops on the ground fine and just sprints off into the darkness. And the guy doesn't shoot him or anything, which is lucky.
Yeah.
And then I get a call. We end up getting like lined up on the Are
the girls with you at this point?
No, the girl stayed into the house.
Oh.
Girl stayed in the house.
Fez.
And at this point, then like the father of the house has been woken up, the guy that was on that boat. Like the police came and knocked on the door, and they were like, "Do you guys know who these guys are?" Like blah blah.
And
And he was like, "No, like these guys were hanging out with my daughter at at 4 in the morning.
Oh my God.
And we're like lined up. The police are making us call our parents and stuff, and they're like, "Do you guys know that you could completely diverted our attention away? We have to look after you. Like, we have to make sure you get home safely because you're minors." But there was an armed robbery at the 7-Eleven,
Right.
just a couple minutes before.
Oh my God.
Which is why they were canvassing the area. But we had literally just left that 7-Eleven, so it must have happened within like 5 minutes. But we had just left, and then they'd come in with guns and rob the 7-Eleven as soon as we left.
That's lucky that you were
scary.
So lucky, because if we
thought the police thought you guys were the robbers at one point.
So they did. So that's why when we ran, they thought that we had robbed it. It looked dodgy until they realised, and that's why they had their guns out and stuff.
Yeah.
But
and then they realised that you guys were minors.
We could have been shot. Like, that could have been so bad.
Yeah, and also,
actually,
obviously, all the parents got called, and obviously, Amanda and John, who's Lewis' parents, they, I remember when they told me the story, that they obviously were meant to be looking after their kids, but also all the friends. So all the other parents had arrived, and then Amanda and John apparently arrived last, right? And they were like, it was so embarrassing, because obviously we were meant to be like, they were asleep. I mean, what were they meant to do? But they always when I got told the story, they were like, it was so embarrassing, because obviously they left all their kids in charge of us.
God.
And now they're all like nearly getting arrested.
Yeah, it was not good. I mean, I remember I was sitting down, and then the police sergeant said to me, "You need to like contact your friend that ran away."
Oh.
So then I called Russell, and I'm on the phone to him, and he's like, I got away, like I'm hiding in a bush. He was hiding in a bush, and then the police sergeant took my phone and said, "Go turn yourself in to the nearest police." Like, there were like 12 police cars there, and there were like police cars all around the area because they were looking for these robbers. These robbers. But yeah, he literally got, and they pulled out a taser on him and handcuffed him to the police car door.
Oh.
So that is where the song, long story short, that's where the song "Run, Russell, Run, Russell, Run, Run, Run. You're going to get tased up the bum, bum, bum."
Yeah, that was the song.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't, I wasn't a songwriter then, so,
That is so...
I would have made a better one.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah, it was
so
quite,
crazy.
that was a good, American, real wake up to America.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Let's dig deep now. So, anyway, Louis is a songwriter, a musician, a singer. So how did you get into music?
That's all I was ever good at.
Oh.
I'm blessed. I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
But I was never, I tried playing football as much as I could. Max was really good at football back in the day, and all of Max's friends were. He was like one of the youngest people to make varsity soccer, which is like the highest team in high school. It's like, you're on varsity. It's kind of like the hot guy, like on varsity. It's like that. It's the thing.
Yeah.
And I tried to, and I got cut. I wasn't good enough.
You're out.
I wasn't good enough, so I was like, "Fuck! All right, we need to pivot."
We've got to try something else, people.
Have you guys seen Friends?
Not really. I don't really watch. Yeah. That was funny. I still thought it was funny, even though I haven't seen them.
Yeah, well, I had to pivot, and just.
But you did music before.
I'd always done
America.
music. It was always my. I mean, singing.
Yeah.
In the car and stuff was always my favorite thing to do. My favorite time, and then I kind of. When I was 14, my mum bought me a piano, and for Christmas, like an old piano off Facebook Marketplace, and then I just started writing on it, and I taught myself how to play. I taught myself C, G, A, F, which are the 4 chords of most every pop song. And it's really simple. It's like you're just holding down 3 notes at a time, and it's like every pop song ever made is pretty much made of these chords. So once you learn those, you can sing. Hundreds and hundreds of songs. Every song on the radio you can sing. It's so easy. So I just taught myself.
Saying that.
No, I promise you, it would literally take like 10 minutes to show you. It took me longer because I'm slower. Yeah, exactly. I'll get distracted 100 times. But yeah, and I just kind of started. I taught myself how to play my favorite songs by doing that. I wasn't necessarily playing them particularly well at the time. I was just kind of banging on the piano and. Then I just started to that. As high school goes, I got my first girlfriend. I started writing love songs and stuff, and writing out my feelings, and it was like the best thing ever. It was like it was cathartic. It was
And did you teach yourself how to play the guitar as well?
Yes, but that was more recent. I still kind of
Okay.
that was more recent, like a couple years ago.
Right.
Oh wow, that's quite.
Yeah,
I
little
thought
musician
you could-
over here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So then, with the music, you then started to pursue it a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, in like
when you were younger, you started to like pursue it. Would you say around like 14ish? Is that
yeah,
when you kind of pursued
around
it more?
like 14, I started writing, and then about 16, I put out my first EP, which has now been scrubbed from the internet.
Oh.
I wrote
By you or
Is that the one that
Yeah,
I
like
liked? That's the one I really liked, isn't it?
They're like Haunted Heart.
Oh,
and,
no.
Oh, like Playing Pretend.
Yes,
yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
But
wait.
but I didn't release the version that you liked. The one
Yeah.
that Ori made.
I really liked. I don't know which one I really liked, but I really liked one of them. And I used to. It was like, 'cause you're the only one.
Is it the one your mum likes as well?
Yeah, the one that.
Do you know what's so wholesome about that?
Yeah.
So my old best friend, we took a bit of a hiatus for a few years, but my old best friend in middle school, Ori, produced that.
Yeah.
It was his first. He was trying to learn how to be a music
Okay.
producer, and
Oh my
we
God,
were
yeah.
we were 13.
Mm-hmm.
I think he produced that when we were like 14,
Right.
and then now he's also in LA
Oh my god! Wow.
as a writer and producer, and we're still really good friends. But he
Oh.
produced that version in his bedroom when he was just starting out.
But I don't know.
And now he got a cut with like he just like wrote and had a song released by one of the members of BTS.
Oh wow!
Like he's like doing so it's
That's
nice,
really
yeah,
cool.
right? Isn't that cool?
I remember
That's it.
about Ori. This is what I remember is you guys had the same phone passcode, which was a year.
Oh, I still do.
Yeah, which was like the year that you were gonna.
The year we were supposed to make it, which still hasn't happened yet.
What year was it?
But then he's telling his phone code.
Oh,
to
yeah.
yeah.
No, you cannot. Okay. Anyway, so
I would
yeah,
say
that
it, but
was-
it's like all my passwords.
Did you have a moment like? So obviously you said you were on American Idol.
Yeah.
Did you before that? Did you have a moment where you were like, okay, I'm going to take it quite seriously? Because obviously, like singing and music and stuff like that can be a hobby for most people. But when were you like, okay, this is actually what I'm going to do?
When I was like 15, I started doing open mic nights and stuff, and
Oh, wow.
just getting myself out there around Philly as much as I could.
That
So-
is like really good for a 15-year-old.
Thank you.
Like
Yeah.
the work ethic to like go to somewhere random and like jump on the mic. That's kind of crazy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I honestly think it was all my mom. It was all my mom and dad. They literally pushed me so much. And I know that sounds like really kind of
But
cliche,
sometimes
a
it's
bit
good
weird,
to
but
be
like
pushed.
they fucking light a fire under me, and I'm
Yeah.
so grateful for it.
Yeah. Because you
Um,
don't like sometimes you don't have that as like a young teenager. Like
Yeah.
you don't know about work ethic. You don't know like what it actually takes to pursue something.
Yeah.
That's good
So
that they
was,
did that.
Thank you. Yeah. So I started doing that, and then everybody started to apply to university, and everyone like there was like decision day, and everyone wears their like cap and their
Shut up. There's
sweatshirt.
actually a decision day.
There's decision day where everybody meets in the cafeteria, and the whole day everybody's wearing their like
Where they wanna go.
No, it's where they're going.
Oh,
Where they've decided on going.
Oh, and they've been accepted.
And it's like my friends were like Harvard, University of Pennsylvania, like all these prestigious ass schools.
So what do you do if you don't want to go to?
What hat did you wear?
I actually, I got into Temple University, which is
Right.
like a decent college in Philadelphia.
Uh-huh.
But I just to fit in, I just wore it, and but then I was like,
You don't want to
You
go.
knew
yeah.
you
all
weren't
along,
going.
I knew I wasn't going. I was gonna take a gap year to focus on music,
Mm-hmm.
to work on it, because that was really like my entire senior project was. I mean, all senior year, junior year, pretty much both those years, I would just make music at my friend's recording studio like every day after school,
Oh wow.
and then just show up to school like 2 hours late, and every day. It was kind of but then it's all I wanted to do, and I wasn't the most academic
No.
person.
So what do the people that to this sorry decision day? What do the people that actually aren't going to uni? What do they do? Just like don't turn up to decision day, or like?
No, I guess they didn't.
It's quite deep.
But most people in my
They do just
school
do it.
all went to at least community college or regular university.
Yeah.
Some people took gap years, but it's very, very few. I felt like I was the
Really?
the only one. Yeah, like my girlfriend at the time, like remember Erin?
Yeah.
Her parents, like all like the friends' parents and the girlfriend's parents, they all like looked down on me like I was
Really?
like sort of I was gonna be some fuck up.
Oh.
And it was such a weird feeling, and now
so mean.
and then
I do get
a
you,
year
though.
later they asked me for a picture.
Is that because you went on Idol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, should we get into the idol section?
Yeah, there's actually a lot I don't know because
Yeah.
you know quite a lot, obviously.
Yeah, I know.
But I actually
That's
don't know
about
much about your whole like American Idol experience. I
Yeah.
feel like, is it still running American Idol? Is it still?
Yeah, it's still on.
Yeah, every season.
Wow. Who are the judges now?
Same.
Katy Perry just left.
Oh.
Lionel Richie, Luke Bryan, and Carrie Underwood. They've gone more of a country. They've kind of gone leaning more country with their mentors, but.
Yeah, so for everyone that doesn't know, Louis did go into American Idol.
Great job, man. Can't wait to go home. Getting the 3 yeses, especially when I performed my own original song, which was a song that was really personal to me, was absolutely incredible, and it's all I could have ever hoped for. Tiny dancer and I miss the way you make me feel. It's real. We watch the sunset over the castle lonely.
So do you want to say how, because you didn't just decide to go, did you? You got asked, no?
Yeah, no, so during that gap year, I wrote and recorded another EP, which I put out, and then I was writing every single day, trying to make it worth it, and trying to make it so I could, get somewhere that I didn't have to go back to university.
Yeah.
So I really did not want to go back to college. And, eventually I was just trying to grow my social media account. I'd heard from a friend that if you comment on random other people singing videos, please go check out my profile and stuff, good things to get your name out there. So I was doing that. And then some casting producer for American Idol, Shay Wilbur, she found my comment of me just saying, love your music, please go check out mine, on some other girl's page on Instagram.
Wow.
Oh my god.
And clicked on my profile, listened to my EP, and then reached out to me and said they wanted me to audition and I could do my own song. And at first I didn't know I could do my own song, and I was kind of really skeptical because I didn't want to be like a karaoke singer. And I know that sounds bad, but I was kind of in my head, I overthink things a lot, and I just thought, I don't would this take away from being an artist? I was being an idiot in hindsight. But then they let me do my own song because I put up a little bit of a fight. I was like, oh, I'm too good for you. No, not at all. But I realized it was,
It was good though.
Oh, it was incredible. I'm so lucky that happened.
You did do that, yeah.
I got to do my song Change.
Yeah.
And then, which I wrote about Russell, because Russell passed away. Unfortunately, sorry to drop that bomb on you guys. Run, Russell, no more. I'm sorry. Oh, I can say that though.
Jesus.
Sorry, I have a dark sense of humor.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
how I deal with,
how you deal with trauma.
How you deal with trauma, you just joke about it.
So you wrote Change about Russell.
I wrote Change about
unfortunately
Russell.
did pass away.
It did. And then...
but that was a good way for, on American Idol, they actually, when doing that, you kind of did a whole, unfortunately, by the way, guys, Russell did take his own life. So you did a whole suicidal prevention kind of thing with...
Why are you laughing?
My friends ask me the same thing. Like, when we go down to do a writing session, and we're writing, and then I'm like, okay, they ask me, what are you going through? What are you... Yeah. You got to find something to write about for the day.
Yeah, true, yeah.
And I'm like, well, it's a bit awkward, but it's a bit deep, but my friend took his life a few years ago, and then I always accidentally laugh afterwards.
Yeah.
And they're sitting there, and they're like, what the fuck? What is wrong with this guy?
No, I think quite a lot of people,
actually it's a normal reaction.
It's just a bit of a it's comedy.
Laugh about it, otherwise you have to cry.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
Exactly. But they did do that.
But you did do a whole suicidal prevention kind of thing on that as well, which was actually quite nice.
They did a lovely tribute to him.
Yeah.
What American Idol did?
They did a whole tribute to
on his
Russell
audition. When he did his audition, it kind of, and they're like, this is Louis Knight, and then sometimes some people get a backstory and some people don't,
Yeah.
So they kind of did a.
I'm joking. It was just milked it, and they just milked it because it was a good story.
It was a good story, yeah.
And that's
the song, it connected to the song.
It connected to the song, but it was they milked it too much.
Yeah.
I just became, for the first time, and then the second time they kind of flashed it again. That was nice, and I was really grateful for that. But it was it was honestly like a bit. Then they started milking it so much, and they were like, and I was just, it was just, I think it wasn't very nice for Russell's family at that point. It was just,
Oh, well,
Yeah.
here's Russell, Louis about Russell, this guy that killed himself, and then I felt very pigeonholed as just the suicide singer on American Idol,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
And then also like so many people reached out. I didn't realize the effects of talking about mental health so much, so openly, on such a large scale on worldwide television.
Yeah,
that would do to my mental health, because thousands and thousands of people were sending me DMs every single day saying, "Oh, I lost someone to suicide, or I'm suicidal myself."
Oh my god, what are you supposed to?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that was like a bit of a double-edged sword, that, because I wasn't equipped to deal with that. And then
How old were you?
18.
Quite young.
Yeah.
18 or 19, yeah.
So you did your audition.
Did my
obviously
audition.
got the golden ticket.
I got that. I didn't even know. I hadn't
got
even
golden
seen
ticket,
yeah.
American Idol. Like, I'd only seen the clips on, YouTube. I hadn't seen it
you'd
in
never
years.
watched the series.
Have you seen You're Going to Hollywood? Is that American Idol?
Honestly, yeah, it is.
It
But
is,
I didn't really know that was kind of the
Where
thing.
did
So
you
I was
audition?
just
Where
like,
did
I
you
was kind of
audition?
in my mind. I auditioned in Washington DC,
Okay.
but in my mind, I was thinking, it's just like the X Factor, because that's really what I grew up watching in England.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking they'll be like, "Yeah, you're through to the next round." I was like, sick. But then it was like, I forgot that I had to
You're in
go
America.
up. I had to go up and like take my ticket, and I was like, "What?" And they were like, "Come and get it," And I, but
Yeah, come get what?
But
Where?
when I walked in, it was really weird because Katy Perry was like, "Hello, governor." Like, she started like she must have seen on her sheet this guy's English, and she was just like started shouting out, "Hello, governor," and all this stuff.
Oh my god.
And all this English stuff, and I was like
I was like,
"What the fuck? That's Katy Perry, and I'm in what?" And she's like saying some weird shit. As soon as I opened the door, I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then I just kind of blacked out through it, and it wasn't very it wasn't my. I didn't. You never think it's your best performance, but somehow I got
quite
through.
Stressed.
Yeah, and then Luke Bryan was like, just I think. What fucked me a little bit. I mean, I'm so lucky with how it went. Ended up going throughout the season, but Luke Bryan was like, "I think you're the biggest star we've ever had on American Idol," and how do you live up to that? It was like that. But playing the long game.
I liked the accent there. That was
Thank you.
It's very good.
And so it was Luke, Lionel Richie, and obviously Katy Perry were your judges.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry, your first audition you did in front of the judges. You didn't.
Yeah.
Well, no. Earlier in that day, I'd lined up outside a hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
Went into a little tiny hotel room and sang for the executive producers.
Got you. So you did it for the producers, and then you did it for
and I had done some Skype auditions as well before, where they asked me to do. I did one on Skype, and then they put me through to, they wanted me to run it by the executive producers what I was going to sing, and then I went into the the live judges with them.
It's
that was
very interesting.
That was a hell of a day, and I hadn't slept at all, so my nerves were through the roof.
Oh my god,
I had not. I was up all night, and we started. I mean, when you do that, you stand outside in the freezing cold. It was like October or something.
Right.
It was in Washington D.C. by the water. You were lining up, standing outside, in a line of a few hundred people for. From 5 in the morning. So you're freezing your ass off. Yeah, it was a whole ordeal. But
what the hell? What also makes me think is quite crazy is that when you for me anyway, I am more of X Factor than obviously American Idol, but when you watch X Factor and all rubbish people come on and people that aren't very good at singing and you're like, oh my god, how did they even get through to this, whatever. It's quite crazy that they actually generally must just put some people through just for fun.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Some rubbish people.
Yeah, you have to do you have to do
Britain's
Got Talent even. My girls auditioned for Britain's Got Talent. I think 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, and they had to do I think they had to do 2 different auditions before they even got you're going the judges will now look at you.
That's
it's
sick.
such a process before.
Did they get
no, they didn't get through.
Wow.
They got through the first one, maybe. I actually don't know how correct this information is, but got through the first one, I think, and then they did the second one, and it just wasn't. They just when you do these things, like you said, yours was in like a small
Yeah.
hotel room, like it was in this like tiny conference room, and there was like, I think like 30, 40 of them on stage, like throwing ribbons, throwing each other, and it just like they didn't have the space to do what they like needed to do.
Shit.
Oh, that's annoying.
But
That's a shame. But
I mean,
that's
they've
sick that
improved a lot in the last couple of years. Like, I actually should send them again.
Maybe
and
they
it
should
would
try again. Yeah.
Probably actually.
I've seen that. I've
do
seen
really
some
well.
of the videos on your Instagram.
Yeah.
That you posted. Yeah, they look.
They've
amazing.
really like stepped it up.
Nice.
Well done, girls. So I should like send them again and see how it goes. But yeah, you like it's weird that they put through like just like shit people like, for entertainment.
It's so crazy.
But I don't know
It's
if
just
they do that for
for
American
TV
Idol.
ratings.
Yeah,
must
true.
do it. For American Idol.
They do, yeah. They stopped it a little bit, but it's mostly TV ratings.
Yeah.
I mean, they unfortunately need to, and
Yeah.
it is. I mean, especially nowadays when social media. Back in the day, I don't think it was as harmful on the X Factor. I mean, when you look back at videos of Simon Cowell, it's disgusting. The shit. I mean, it's funny, but it's so fucked up.
Yeah,
I do
But
get
like
you.
now, with social
Savage.
media, I feel like how do people recover from that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, after being humiliated publicly on television.
Yeah.
for real. I reckon some of them know that that's what they're going.
Yeah, I
in
was
for,
gonna say
right?
like
I'm
surely.
sure- hopefully-
And then, but
hopefully.
some of them
Yeah.
probably actually go in with like a really like pure intention. That's
Hopefully.
pretty sad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so with American Idol, you went to Hollywood. Did you go to Hollywood?
Yeah, I went to Hollywood.
Which is cool. And
That
then,
was-
did you have to do like?
Yeah, I went to
I
Hollywood.
went to
Yeah,
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
And did you have to do like another audition there as well? Like, what was that then?
That was honestly hell.
Was that? Oh, that was Hell
Hell.
Week. It's called Hell
That was
Week.
Hell
no?
Week, yeah.
It's called Hell Week.
It's called Hell Week.
And
Yeah.
They
they brought
brand
like,
it
the
as Hell
Green
Week.
Mile as well. Like
Right.
it was terrible.
Yeah.
Why? Talk through it.
You go. You've got three.
How many people go there? Sorry, to Hell Week.
Starts with about 180. My season it did.
Oh jeez.
Oh, that's actually not that many. That's
You're all
actually
in-
quite crazy.
You're all in no, but 180
Sounds
singers
like a lot to
around
me.
you in one room is
Yeah.
is pretty
A lot.
intense. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
It's really loud.
But that's still quite impressive
Really
that you
loud,
got to
really
Hollywood.
loud.
That's quite cool that you got to Hollywood.
thank you. Yeah, I mean that was
I thought more people would get to Hollywood. I don't know why.
yeah.
Because
No,
out of
they
like
only-
the whole of America, you got to think like that is the whole of America, 180 people. That's like not many.
Yeah. No, I mean that's
It's impressive.
yeah. I guess they can't, just for TV time and like the
Yeah.
judges' time, they can't do too many. But
Yeah.
but still, I mean that was like 3 or 4 days. You have like 3 rounds. One's like just a solo performance, and then the next is a duet, and then the next day is just another solo performance. But you didn't know what the first day you could sing whatever you wanted
Yeah.
Mhm.
For your solo.
for your solo, and then I mean they left you in. I mean this is fucked up. Like they're like there's actually like a class action lawsuit against
Oh.
a bunch of reality TV shows because of how badly they treat contestants.
Oh wow.
In
Are
American
you allowed
Idol-
to say all this as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But
And is American Idol one of them?
American Idol is one of them because I love everybody on American Idol, like the crew and producers. I'm still friends with them a lot to this day. I get coffee and lunch with them in LA.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, no, like I'm going with one of the producers who, I'm going with one of them to the next like Arsenal Brighton game at a pub.
That's so
he,
cute.
That's so cute.
yeah, like he thought I was in LA and he texted me the other day for the Arsenal match. He's a massive Arsenal fan.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I'm still good friends with them. I mean, they're lovely people, but just I don't blame them. When you're in that condition, they're trying to weave people out and see
Yeah.
how people crack under pressure.
Uh-huh.
And, a lot of people's crazy comes out when they're sleep deprived. Basically, we were up every day until like 3 a.m. rehearsing.
Yeah.
They take you to the venue. The call time's at 6 o'clock or like 5:45 in the morning. They line you all up, get you on the bus, get you to the venue. You're sitting in the venue all day for like 12 hours. You have no idea way longer than 12 hours, like 15 hours or something. You have no idea when you're going to be performed. They just call your number
Oh,
No
randomly
way.
throughout the day.
Nice.
The first 2 days, I didn't even eat. I couldn't eat. There was no food. Like, I couldn't even find
no way.
food. Like, I didn't eat. I was just and you're all in one room with like fucking 2 couches and a couple chairs, and there's 180 of you. So you're sitting on the floor. The air conditioning is like turned on like massively, so you're freezing. You have no idea when you're singing. It's just like, I think they just do it to fuck with you.
Yeah.
That's
It's not like they don't have the
crazy.
budget for it, to like
Yeah.
make sure.
Yeah,
you get-
yeah, it's like American Idol. Like,
I mean, the crew ate, but I didn't even know. I didn't get offered any food or
That's
anything.
really bad.
Like terrible. So I was just
At
like,
least give everyone like a
my
little packed lunch
anxiety
or
was
something.
going. through
considering
the
you're
roof.
18, you're
Yeah.
under 21
Yeah.
in America.
Yeah.
Like that is
Yeah.
mental.
Yeah. No, so it's It's weird. So that was kind of interesting.
So
And then
Hell Week, what did you sing for your solo? Is that the one you're
my
like?
first performance wasn't that great. I did Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Oh, okay.
And then my second, and then got through somehow. I don't know. I got through.
Oh, so did people get knocked out then? Sorry, I actually did watch the season. I just can't remember because it was a while ago.
So each day people get knocked out, and like I was sharing a room with this guy Leon, and it was you become friends with people.
Yeah.
You have like your core like 3 people that you stick with.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're gone, and you're just like by
Did
yourself.
Leon go in the first round?
He went in the second round,
Okay.
but my anxiety. I had such bad anxiety during Idol because of just the sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
So then on my duet round, I ended up forgetting the words with my friend at the time.
Also, with the duet round, sorry. So do you get to pick who you're with?
Yes, but they basically at the end of the night we got home to the hotel at 11 o'clock at night, and then they showed us 2 or 3 boards with like 6 songs on each board.
Right.
And like whether you know it or whether you don't, it's 11 o'clock at night. You had to pick a partner.
Oh.
And like they filmed us like running and picking. Yeah, it was
that's
like
so
it was almost like a
weird.
Squid
That's
Games type thing.
Yeah.
They make you
weird.
pick a partner and pick a song, and you had to run. You actually had to actually race to get to the boards. They filmed this whole bit.
I actually remember this.
You had to race to the boards to put your name. I mean, like to write your name under one of the songs because only 5 people could sing the same song or something like that.
Oh.
So I was just like, I'm praying for like a Lewis Capaldi, like just like fucking. Actually, that was actually the next round. That was like I'm getting mixed up. That was the next round, but Francisco was my partner for the duet. And we stayed up, we picked our song, we stayed up all night rehearsing it. And I knew it pretty well. It was break even by the script. We stayed up till 4 in the morning. We went to bed at like 3:15 in the morning. So our duet name was 3:15. So
right.
It's also a good Barzy song.
Yeah, I like that Barzy song.
That's a banging song.
Yeah.
So I think that's why, yeah. But then we chose that, and then we forgot the words on stage. But then I kept singing like just nonsense, but he stopped singing.
Yeah.
And I was like looking at him, trying to get him along in it. So it just looked like I was like, I didn't even realize at the time, but it looked, a year later, it really looks like on YouTube that I helped him through the performance.
Which helped you?
Best days of the summer, my worst. She finally met a man and I finally put her first. And now I'm wide awake while she's trouble sleep. Oh, you got my heart and your heart in the pain. You took your bag and I gave you my. Now I'm trying to sum up what I do in pain. Hey, but you left me with no love and no love in my name.
Louis, good job on not letting your friend hang out to dry. That's what a good friend does.
Thank you.
Francisco.
Which helped
like
my
you a
look
good
in
friend.
the show.
Wow.
Yeah, because Katy Perry was like, "You're such a good friend." Lou.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What? Like what?" Listen, I was like,
Trying not to
listen
get
to
kicked
what
out.
I just said. I just said like, I literally just made up words. It doesn't make any sense what I sound at all.
Oh, that is. But that I remember
Shows
that
how well
working
she
for you.
knows the song.
Yeah.
I remember finally getting on the phone with my manager. Like we weren't allowed to take calls. We didn't have any time to do anything.
But your mum was in the audience, no?
She was, but I couldn't go see
You
her
could
or
see
anything.
them, yeah.
I finally got
Your mum and
on
dad,
the
sorry.
phone with my manager because we were really close friends at the time.
Yeah.
And I'm walking on the phone. I'm like, fine, I've got a minute to talk to somebody in my
Yeah.
corner. And then I see a boom mic. They're following me with a camera, and a boom mic is underneath me while I'm on the phone.
Get away from me for a
Actually
second.
scary.
It was crazy.
Oh my god.
gosh. That is quite crazy.
I never that's so weird to hear about like the whole like
Behind
other
the
side
scenes,
of it.
yeah. Because you just see like good TV and you're like, oh, this is great. Oh, they got through. That's amazing.
Yeah, you
Like,
never think
woohoo.
about like
But you never actually think like, yeah.
what is going on.
The
Is
tough-
it? Do you know?
To be
always
fair, actually, I must say one thing before you say your
Go
thing. In Hell Week, it did actually, like, from a viewer's point of view, it did look very stressful. Like
It
you
looked
could-
like hell.
everyone's crying, like literally,
Yes.
even on like the show, everyone's crying, everyone's stressed, everyone's like, no, I can't do it. I've been up all night trying to like figure out, like, it's
crying one time.
it's like you can see that Hell Week is hell. Like they do definitely portray that.
Oh my
like
God.
you can see it. So then you did your third solo.
I did my third, but the morning of, I had like a panic attack.
Oh.
Because I went to bed again at 4 a.m. and had a 6 a.m. call time,
Oh my God.
and I had to do like my
I'm
makeup
tired
and
thinking
stuff
about
before. I literally.
Do they do your makeup?
No, well, not at that point. You got to do it
Oh.
yourself. So I was like, "What the fuck do I do?"
What is
I was
this?
like, "How do I do that?"
Oh.
But then I literally I remember like waking up and instantly like my body just started like shaking uncontrollably.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
I like couldn't. I've never experienced that before. I don't do well with no sleep, but I couldn't stop myself. And I was like freaking out. I was like, "Why is this happening?" Like my whole body was shaking.
Yeah.
I was like, I had bloody Parkinson's. And
Oh, that's terrible. No, that's
sorry, I don't.
awful.
It's not like it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you,
It
like,
was just-
When you have your first panic attack, yeah, you are like, I
Yeah.
actually physically cannot stop this. Like, what
Yeah.
the
It
fuck's
was-
going on?
yeah.
That's crazy.
So then what happened? Did you like tell the producers they
I
were
tried
like,
to quit the show.
oh,
You tried to quit.
Yeah, because I was literally like, "Fuck this!" Like,
Yeah, not
I
worth
got
it.
in. I tried to get in the shower. Thought like hot water would like help calm. Like I don't. I was like,
Shake,
"What is
yeah.
happening?" And then I did cold. Didn't work. Cold water didn't work. I was like, "Fuck!" I started looking out. Like I started like I don't know. I was looking out the window. I was like thinking, "Fuck!" Like I don't know. My mind was literally
Yeah,
like
all over
so
the place,
fucked
yeah.
up. And
Were you able to call anyone?
So
at this
yeah, I was
point?
gonna say, did they bring your parents in at this point? No.
I pretty much like I started packing my bag, call my mum, then all of a sudden they realized that I didn't show up to the I missed the I called my mum and I was like I'm leaving like then basically they were all like okay one of us are gonna come to you and but that took they were like 45 minutes away and then basically the producers like 3 of the producers came down to my door.
Oh.
And I was just standing there, and these are the ones that I was friends with. I mean, eventually it was this guy, Ryan Edley, and who was the contestant manager, and Jensen, who is the one who's the big Arsenal fan who I still get together with to watch football with. I'm still, these are the guys that I'm still friends with that I see.
Oh, that's cute.
And I text, and they literally, I don't know what I would have done without them.
Oh my God.
So I was so in this like panic attack that just didn't end, and then they came down to my room. I was like pacing around with my like suitcase. I was in boxers, just like I need to go. I can't do this.
Yeah.
And they basically just like talked me into like they kind of talked me off the ledge, so to speak, and like talked me into like getting clothes on and like just getting to the venue. They're like, you don't have to sing today, but like you can leave if you want to. But they just tried to get me one step at a time.
And then did you sing that day?
I ended up singing that day. I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I had tonsillitis on the 3rd day.
Fucking add something else into the mix. Jesus
I had
Christ.
tonsillitis. I had like the pussy shit on my
Yeah.
on my tonsils and shit.
Yeah.
It was bloody.
Oh,
That's
dear.
terrible.
But yeah,
It's 'cause you're run
It
down.
really is like Hell Week, yeah, because you're run down and you're singing
All the time.
overly using your voice because you're practicing.
And then you gotta
You just
sing
don't
to
have a
it.
chance to
And then
recover.
you just no recovery. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Long
So then
long story short.
After Hell Week, you finally got through.
Yeah, I managed to get through every like most of the rounds, and I was like, how is this? How does this keep happening? I was kind of like, fuck, you're around like the best singers you've ever been around. You're like kind of like forget that you even have talent when you're around that level of professionalism. And soul singers just singing riff after riff, like vocal
And like probably
acrobats.
much older as well, no?
Yeah, I mean,
A few, but there's quite a lot of young ones.
Oh, really?
excuse
Yeah.
me.
God,
Yeah.
that makes it even worse, like,
Yeah, there's a
treating
lot of
them
young
like
ones.
shit when
I feel
there's
like
like
there's
Yeah.
loads
young.
of young ones.
Yeah, the miners, they all literally they had a
Like 16-year-olds.
they were Natalie James was 14.
14.
And
Well-
she was having to do the same schedule.
Well, they took the miners off and they had basically like a teacher because the miners technically had to be in
School.
doing learning curriculum,
Yeah.
Shut. They
like
were
doing some
school.
random math stuff, yeah.
That's even worse.
Yeah, is it even busier
No, I
schedule?
think it's way better. Well, yeah, I mean that is kind of I don't
Doing
know.
school as well as all that shit.
But you had a dependable meal, and they couldn't keep you for these crazy cool times and stuff.
Oh.
So it was a bit more,
They had a bit more
a
wiggle
bit more
like-
stability, for them. But anyway, yeah, that was kind of, and then I managed
So
to
then
keep going after that. And,
After Hell Week, what is it then? Is it Hawaii?
Went to Hawaii, managed to do Hawaii.
So you went to Hawaii. So then that's when
That would take it out of
family
me.
and everyone, they all go to Hawaii. There's like a massive
But there's
show.
there's like a month and a half break in between.
Yeah.
Oh my,
Yes,
did you
yeah.
go back home for that?
Went back home, yeah, and I even came back for Christmas, but that anxiety thing was still happening. I was still getting the shakes
Yeah.
for like that entire like 4-month period.
So you came back to England, and then it was
For Christmas.
for Christmas, and then in the January you went to Hawaii.
January I went to Hawaii, and then we
Crazy,
first
right?
heard about COVID around then. And we were like, "What's this disease?"
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
And then,
But you guys made it to Hawaii, and you performed in Hawaii.
Managed to get through that round. Wasn't my best performance. And
Hawaii,
then,
did you enjoy Hawaii? Was that fun, or was that all just stress as well?
honestly, all of it. I mean,
the whole
again,
thing is stress.
I'm so grateful to the experience.
Yeah.
Changed my life. But yeah, I mean,
very
it's good to go through because you really, you can never feel worse than that. It's like I'll never feel worse than forgetting lyrics on stage on national television. Like I will never actually experience that level of anxiety.
Yeah.
I don't think again because now I've been there and I can. I mean, maybe
You it almost gave you like tools.
Yeah, 100%.
Under your belt for like the real world, like of being an artist. I suppose.
Yeah, and that is what they do say. It's like a boot camp.
Yeah,
it is. It kind of does.
It really is a boot camp.
Get you ready to take on the industry.
So then after Hawaii, you obviously then got. Is that then live shows after Hawaii?
It's
the top 20.
It was the pre-taped one.
So
for the
top
20
go into.
40 go to Hawaii.
40 go to Hawaii.
20
So after
come
Hell
out
Week.
of Hawaii.
After Hell Week, it was top 40.
Well,
so he made it into the top 40, and then you go to Hawaii, and the top 20 come out of that.
They made it top 21 because they couldn't, for ratings, they couldn't decide on two country singer girls, so they let them both through.
Right, so then it was 21.
21, and then we went to LA a few months after that. That was to do one pre-taped live show, and then all the rest were live. But then we were getting ready to do our first pre-taped live show, and then basically state by state started shutting down.
Yeah,
and
for COVID.
We ended up all having to be sent home and quarantining, and then they sent us three iPhones, 3 ring lights, other lighting equipment, set design stuff, and we basically had to build our own sets, and we did the live shows from home, which is so shit.
Isn't it?
I mean, it was nice to have it in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah,
but it was like COVID really kind of fucked us.
And to like go through all of that to get to that point, to get that far, like in the competition, to then have to not actually have the full experience
of live shows.
Of the live shows.
Yeah.
That's wild. Being on American Idol is one thing, but being on it and doing the live shows at home during COVID is just fucking mental.
But do you think more people actually ended up watching because everyone at COVID?
They did. I mean, it's weird because I don't think the contestants had as much of were able to build as much of a following as they had done on previous seasons.
Oh, really?
From the live shows, but because they were at home and stuff, and we were the first reality television show to come back on air. So every studio shut down. Yeah. Every studio shut down. We were the first show to come back on air.
Right.
During that time. So I think that did, it was nice for people to have something to watch.
Yeah.
And it was honestly really nice to do it from home.
And
to
also,
be honest.
to be honest,
it's a blessing.
Yeah, I think
blessing in disguise, but also, less anxiety must be, really.
Yeah, a lot less, yeah.
But also, it must have been quite nice, because I feel like some people in COVID were actually quite bored. So, for you, it must have been quite fun in the sense of, you kept yourself occupied, you were obviously, practicing, but then you have to do your own set design. It must have been quite a good experience as well.
It was. No, it was an incredible
And did you get
experience.
to keep anything from what they sent?
They let us keep one iPhone.
Okay.
But then, it was logged in, and I gifted it to my mum.
Aww.
But then it was logged into one of the American. They made all these American Idol 18, 19, 20 iClouds.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then basically they forgot the password, so I gave my mum this phone, and then she couldn't actually.
Really?
None of us could do anything with it. But,
how annoying.
But it was I mean, it was amazing. It was, but we were working 15-hour days building our own sets and stuff, and we didn't get paid for any of it.
Yeah, that's actually another.
I mean, we're doing 30 people's jobs.
Yeah,
you're actually doing
facts.
30 people's jobs.
Yeah.
So people depend their entire livelihood off of completing these jobs on sets. and we did it all.
And they
we
would have
won.
been getting paid if they were doing it. So that's kind of crazy that they didn't even give you anything.
They probably still to pay them though.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I mean, they still. I mean,
yeah, they would have been in the contract.
Yeah,
I mean, we were on Zoom with the lighting director and like showing him what the room looked like, where we were positioning lights and stuff. Like we were doing all the brunt work. Like it was
crazy.
He was just sitting there directing you.
He was just sitting there being like,
left,
maybe
right.
twist that light a little bit. And, the thing looks good. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Which was I mean that was interesting. But I mean, once we were in the live shows, we got paid a little bit, but not much. It was incredible. It was just the Hell Week conditions were not very good.
Yeah.
But you can't blame them.
that,
They got to get the
still-
juicy gossip moments and people having breakdowns and
For
shit.
real.
For reality television.
So obviously you did, how many live shows did you end up doing?
I don't know. We did. I got to the final. Well, I got kicked off in the beginning of the final. So I always say I was a finalist, even though technically maybe I'm a semi-finalist, but I got to...
How many people make it to the final?
Our season, because of COVID, they were like they were so out of, they were figuring out everything on the moment of like what to do because the whole framework changed of the show.
Right.
So there were 5 people in the finale.
That's
I was in the
crazy.
top 7. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I thought you came 7th, right?
I came like 6th. Yeah, 6th or 7th. It was like me and my friend Julia.
Who's counting?
Oh,
Me and my friend Julia, they just told us that we made the top 7, but we got cut into the final to the 5, but we don't know which one of us.
Got 6th and 7th. So
we don't know which one
fun
of us
fact,
came.
They probably just made a decision, didn't they?
Jennifer
Yeah.
Hudson came 7th in American
Did
Idol.
she?
Yeah. So that's
Really?
fun.
Jennifer
Wow,
Hudson
I've
was an American Idol?
Yeah.
I've got big shoes to fill.
You should like, and I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she came 7th. I'm pretty sure because I remember when
Well,
you
I think I heard
finished
that. Yeah,
that you were like potentially maybe 7th or whatever. I was like, well, Jennifer Hudson got the same, so that was pretty cool.
that's pretty cool.
Pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. But then I kind of say I was a finalist
Yeah.
because got off in the beginning of the final.
Yeah,
episode, so I just- semantics.
So that's cool. So then,
Semantics,
what was it like?
exactly.
What was it like after American Idol? You've had like loads of people following you. Loads of people are now interested in you.
Yeah, did that give
Loads
you
of
quite a
people
boost?
started like listening to Change. Like Change did really well. Loads of
Yeah,
people
thank you.
like did all of that. Like, how was that for you?
It was incredible. Like it really was, and I'm so lucky for that.
Yeah.
Because it really opened up so many. Like I wouldn't be where I am without that experience.
Yeah.
And without that opportunity that they gave me. They helped me, they really favored me and helped me through it when I was dealing with my anxiety and stuff like that. They've really helped me get through that, like, the people behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So I'm forever grateful to them for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
And yeah, I mean, it was afterwards, it was all kind of social media was the only thing I could do because everywhere was still, it was
Locked
still
up.
COVID
Yeah.
lockdown for until like 2022 it kind of stopped, or was
It
it?
like dragged out. It was like on and off, wasn't it?
And then I moved to LA when I was, I moved to LA in 2021.
Oh, crazy.
So you went from Philly to LA.
Yeah, I drove over to LA.
That's crazy because they are totally different sides of America.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't
like
it?
It was like a
Like
week
a
long
day
trip. It was a week
A
long
week,
trip.
wow, that's crazy.
Oh my god.
But it was incredible. Like driving across America. Like,
Yeah,
if you
like
ever
road
get a
trip.
chance, you should do it.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
a good
I
road
would love
trip.
to do
Oh,
that.
nice.
So much.
Did you move to LA like solely for work?
I moved to LA.
Oh,
and an ex-girlfriend of mine.
So it's funny because Louis' girlfriend.
My girlfriend.
is right there.
this is the one. This is the one.
She's the wife.
Absolutely.
But you guys moved over to
The
LA.
other one won't. No. She had said, "I'm moving to LA with or without you." And
she said that.
it wasn't even my idea, and I was like, because I quite like the comfort of living at home.
Yeah.
but it was the best thing. I mean, I was like, well, all right, I can either go. That is where I need to go. I need to live there at some point.
Yeah.
I hadn't gone to college yet, so the idea of like moving away at that time still.
Why
was
did she want to move?
She had family there.
Oh.
So then I went with her, and I was like, it's going to be the best thing for my career, and it was, and it was the best experience ever, and I've been,
Going back and
obviously
forth.
didn't work out that front, thank goodness, but all lessons come from taken the leap, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So have you done any fun things? Did you ever do any fun things in LA? Like, I feel like once we've spoken about, like, you've gone to, like, parties with, like, cool famous people.
Yeah.
But you went to one when that Austin McBroom was there, I swear.
Oh yeah, I did meet that guy.
Yeah.
He's fucked, that guy.
Yeah, he's a bit of a douche.
A bit. He was, did you say?
He was, and I was kind of, I drove up to this Beverly Hills. No, not even Beverly Hills. I drove up into Bel Air with my dented ass Kia that Daisy sideswiped a telephone pole with. So the entire side of it is just like this round, just like dented metal.
Oh my
and I'm
days.
driving into and I'm like, I had no idea where I was going, and I'm like, oh, it's like a nice area of West Hollywood, and then I'm like, fuck, it's a massive sign, Bel Air, and that's like where the richest of the richest people live. And I'm driving up there, and it's just like Bentleys, Lamborghinis, and I've got this dented ass Kia, and I park in front of Austin McBroom's blue Lamborghini or yellow Lamborghini or whatever.
No way.
And I was like, I'm gonna pretend this car is not mine.
Whose fucking car is this over here?
Whose fucking car is this shit?
Someone can't drive.
Literally, fuck. So that was interesting, and then I mean, like, there's lots of been random occasions. I'm trying to think. I mean, I like met Kesha in a bar.
That's cool.
I went to this movie premiere with Unbearable Weight of a Massive Talent or something like that. It was Nicolas Cage.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
DJ.
Reload.
Oh man, someone could like DJ my stutter there. And like Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal were there, and I shook hands with Pedro Pascal. That was pretty cool. There's a bar, Barney's Beanery.
Oh, okay.
When one of my songs came out a few months ago, I was like really trying to get my friends out, and I was like, can we please go out tonight? Let's go hit Barney's. It's like this dive bar, and they were like, no, it's a Thursday night. Like, no, they're all being so fucking lame. We didn't go out. The next day, I look at my phone.
No.
Taylor Swift was at the bar that night. Like playing pool. Yeah. I was like, you fucking
Oh my god, it's
bastard.
almost like you had a calling to go. Your friends didn't let it happen.
Exactly. So, but like that thing, like, I mean, it happens all the time. Like, do you know like the show like Devious Housemaids or?
No, I actually don't.
Like, I've seen like the guy from Jackass a bunch. Like, just I mean, you kind of just see people.
Yeah.
But then you gotta just like have to not act weird. You know?
Yeah.
Do you know what? LA really intrigues me because I like follow quite a few like influencers and stuff who are from LA, and they're always talking about like how like just fucking like dystopian LA is. Do you feel like it is like a really different vibe to like somewhere like Philly?
I mean, look, Philly is very dangerous, like in the city.
Oh really?
Yeah, like it's like a bit of a, there are a lot of, I love Philly. Philly's like home for me still, but it can be very dangerous. But LA is literally, I mean, apart from the opportunities and, find being a part of, your community there,
Yeah.
people doing exactly trying to pursue their dreams like you are, which is the best thing ever. But it is a shithole.
Yeah.
It is like an apocalyptic shithole. It was, I mean, especially now looking at the photos after the fires, sadly.
Oh, yeah.
But it's literally just, I mean, it's a lot of poverty, a lot of homelessness, a lot of drug addicts, a lot of crazy people, a lot of really like,
just
you're walking
like
down the street and just getting like verbally abused by like random people. Yeah.
There's like human shit on the streets,
Oh,
isn't there?
I've seen somebody taking a shit on the pavement.
Oh wow.
Like it is like it's
like just two ends of the spectrum, isn't it? There.
Yeah, it is like dystopian almost. It is a very crazy place.
That is mental. And you
But beautiful in the in the right parts.
Yeah, true.
True that.
With Instagram spots.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Earth
The
Cafe and
Malibu
whatnot.
spots that make it look like you're living in paradise.
Yeah, for real. And so you're moving back over
I'm moving back
to America. When are you moving?
I'm moving in a few weeks
Yeah.
with my girlfriend Zara back there.
We've actually got an episode with Zara as well, guys. If you want to
so
check it out,
That's coming
Keep
up
it.
soon.
It's coming out after this episode, so make sure you
keep
an
your
eye
eyes
out.
peeled.
Backs.
Yeah, that's crazy moving over.
Willow by Zara.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're moving out. I kind of moved back here. I was coming back here a lot because my family moved back here, and then I met Zara, and it's like, fuck. Well, I'm not gonna change my whole life around just because I've met a girl. No, I'm
That's
career.
not like
I'm
Louis.
career driven. No, and then I moved here. I moved here for like 6 months, and the deal we made was that she'd come back to LA with me. So
It's not a bad deal.
not a bad deal, but worked out.
So you're going back to LA?
Yeah, we're going back to LA in a few weeks.
Is that
And
like
how long are you going for? Are you planning to just live there?
I just live there,
Shit.
which really sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind
it's
of.
so
That's
tight.
why you should make it to the farewell party.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be back for at least
Yeah.
like 6
You need
months.
to make it.
And it's all still going ahead, even though like the fires in LA and stuff.
Yeah, because
It
I
hasn't
don't
affected.
think I can like get a refund on my flight or anything. So we're our flight's booked, so we have to go.
So
We
where
have to
are you
settle down
staying?
there.
Have you got anything of that? Like,
Yeah, have you got something
We're
lined up?
staying at a family friends for a few nights. For 2 nights. Then I've got like a week of gigs up in like Northern California and then in Nevada,
right.
and then come back to LA. We're gonna sign a lease like for like the 15th around there. So we've been like
Oh.
looking at places, having some friends taking some
Oh,
tours
that's so
for us.
exciting.
Oh wow, crazy.
Yeah, so it should be good.
Maybe we should go visit.
I was literally just thinking that. I've
You
never
guys are
been. Well,
welcome
I've been
to
to LA
come.
when I was like
You
3
guys
years
are
old.
welcome to come whenever you want.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I would
Once we've
love
got a
to
place,
just
yeah.
experience it and see what it's like there.
I do love
It's bloody expensive there, though, isn't it?
it is, but not really if you're staying at your like at a
If you
friend's
live there,
place.
yeah.
I mean, I remember I've taken so many of my friends out, like out on nights out or like on like the hikes up to the Hollywood sign and stuff. Like it is fun to play tours.
So when you guys get a
Yeah.
place, are you gonna have a spare room?
No.
maybe not a spare room, but a
God
futon in
damn
the
it.
living room. Yeah, I mean, hopefully,
Like a sofa bed.
yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean,
We can-
hopefully next year we'll have a 2-bedroom. Hopefully,
Oh, maybe we should wait for next year
See you in 2026.
I'll be having to pay for that because it'll be my studio.
then.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
So you're gonna is like the game plan. You go over and you just like full throttle with music and songwriting.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I've been doing, been able to be doing from here. Is I've just
Yeah.
been writing I've been releasing music like every couple months.
Yeah.
and-
Well, actually, no. Before, because we should probably wrap the episode up as well.
so,
Before,
yeah.
but before we actually think you've done music for like Disney and had to fly out to Amsterdam.
Yeah, I
write
go out
music
to
for
Amsterdam
Disney.
every couple months. I've been writing for like a lot of stuff for like sync stuff and doing various projects for TV and film.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a big part of the music industry that you don't necessarily think about. Like
Yeah.
I wrote a song that's going to be on the end credits song for an upcoming Disney film.
That's
And,
cool.
That's
yeah.
so
Thank
sick.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you very
Oh
much.
my god.
So I'm
you.
guessing you can't tell us what film.
I can't. No.
Can you tell us off
Oh.
camera?
Yeah. I've got a Disney pitch I've got to do tomorrow for
Oh.
a new TV show,
Oh.
and then I've got I wrote a bloody a song for a Disney Latin American TV show that they
Oh.
had translated into Spanish.
Oh wow.
That
Which is
is so random.
It's so many random things, but I'm just like
I'll do it.
I'll be your musical prostitute for a paycheck. I will fucking do it all.
Oh my
um,
god.
That is cool
That's-
though.
That's so cool
Thank
that you
you.
can
I'm
do that
so-
from here.
Thank
Imagine
you.
what's
Yeah.
going to be like when you're like in LA, like where everything happens.
Yeah, thank you, Luce.
Yeah,
I
so
think it
sick.
should be. Hopefully, I'll keep working hard and the opportunities will keep coming in. So
Mm.
Do you think LA is the place to be? Do you think you'll get more opportunity there and like maybe be more discovered in LA?
I think because of America, because my start was in America, I have so
Yeah.
many more opportunities. Whereas
Yeah.
You
when I come
more
back
people,
here, I'm
yeah.
also like this. I'm this guy who's like not English enough.
Yeah.
Who's like kind of American but kind of not when I come back here. And in America,
Yeah.
I'm just like
The
an
English
guy.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah.
I like being that.
Yeah.
like that does, you know.
Since grade 6, I was
that
thinking
is
about.
like that's like
Yeah.
I like that as my persona
Yeah.
more than coming back here and being like who
Somewhere in
the fuck's this
between.
like
Yeah.
half American
Yeah.
dude. It's kind of because I feel like the England mindset's a bit like
Mm.
not
apparently
anti-American,
English-
but like
no,
they
but
don't
I've
love.
heard that. When you're English and you go to America, everyone's like, "Oh my god, your accent's so cool," but then when like you're American and you come here, apparently
Everyone's
all
like-
English are like, "Oh, your accent is so annoying."
Yeah, which I don't. I mean,
I mean, I don't really get it either, to be honest.
Oh, I
but-
love an American accent.
Yeah, I love
think.
an American
Like,
accent.
I actually like all accents. When I talk to someone with any sort of
Yeah,
accent, I'm like, your
same.
accent is so cool. What the hell?
Yeah, I do agree.
Yeah, I
So,
agree.
fun.
100%.
But,
I have
yeah.
a question actually.
Go on.
What is your favourite part of like? Because you know you're saying like obviously you do songwriting and you do performing, and then you do like loads of other random stuff to do with music, but like the other side of it.
Yeah.
What is your like favourite thing to do?
Favorite thing in the world is writing a song that is just like complete therapy. It's like whenever you write out something that you don't know how to express.
Yeah.
Something that's been on your mind or something that you've gone through, and like when you're able to somehow tangibly make something and make a song out of those feelings that are kind of really hard to talk about, or I think that is the best feeling in the world for me.
Yeah.
But then also, doing the TV and film stuff is really fun. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of the songwriting when it's when you strike that gold. Sometimes it's hard to hit, but when you do strike gold on something that you are absolutely in love with, that is like the best feeling.
Oh yeah, I can imagine that would be. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for asking these questions. Sorry I've rambled a lot.
No,
that's so
we've
fun.
loved having you on the pod.
I appreciate you guys having me and
Thank you for coming
talk
on.
your ears off.
No, Lucy, did you enjoy? I mean, I knew like some things, but I still actually learned.
Like, no.
I actually fucking hated this actually. No, it was actually really interesting because I really didn't know much about your American Idol stuff. Like, I've obviously growing up, you would speak about it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I saw you every so often, but never really asked you fully about it. So it was really interesting to hear actually about the behind the scenes, but also how difficult it was. I would have thought maybe it would have been a bit more of a walk in the park and a really cool opportunity, but it sounds like it was
stressful.
Yeah, but also came with amazing
so bad.
things.
Yeah. No, thank you. No,
I mean,
appreciate you guys.
Hard times, good benefits.
Exactly. You can't go. Diamonds aren't made in the. They're made in the rough. I fucked up that phrase.
Something like that.
You know what I meant. Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on the pod.
Thanks so
Where
much
can
for
people
having
find
me.
you?
Yeah,
You can
go
find me.
You
can find me. Not yet. You can find me on Instagram at Louis Knight, LouiskNIGHT, and you can also find me as Louis Knight on Spotify or Apple Music, wherever you go stream music.
Do you have YouTube?
Yep.
YouTube.
On every platform under Louis Knight, you can find me. Would love and appreciate if you checked out some of my sad songs.
Yeah.
No,
have you got anything coming up soon? Releasing soon?
Yeah, I've got 8 songs that I'm kind of figuring out how to put out at the moment. That I'm just in the final stages of production on.
Nice.
And then yeah, I'm gonna be releasing those probably every other month. Coming February probably.
Love that.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Well, thanks for joining us on the podcast.
Yeah, and guys, if you liked us having a guest, then you know what to do to show us. To like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
And
I'm right. Thank you, Louis, for coming on, and thanks,
on.
guys, for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Hopefully it wasn't a bore.
Yeah. Peace
and
love.
Spicy.
Yeah, we do this at the end. We go peace and love.
I'm
you do it like
I'm
that.
feeling extra sweet now.